Neato. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Monday. We're back at our normal time and day, and we're excited to be here after a weekend. Dara, how was your weekend?
It was pretty nice. I did some gardening and I biked out to the beach, which was beautiful. How was your
Nice.
weekend, Brad?
Oh, thanks. I watched three really bad movies. I don't recommend any of them.
Oh, I did watch Eurovision upon your recommendation, and we thought it was pretty funny.
Okay, good. If you're just joining us, if you want to share in the chat where you're calling in from and a really bad movie that you've seen lately, or a good movie. I did watch. I did as part of a reimagined event. I did watch a movie called Departures this weekend, which was that was actually nice. It was a movie from 2008 about end of life burial practices in Japan, and it was really that was a moving movie. But I love Glynis. Wait, are you in Spain?
Yes.
That is awesome. Okay, well, welcome. That is a better. That's a good life. You can just look outside and then see the movie of your life. All right, thank you everyone for joining. I'm seeing some folks from across the world. Welcome Gina and Betsy and Phyllis and Sunga. That's how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Sometimes I butcher names, but it's unintentional. All right. All right. Let's do this, you guys. It's so good to see everyone. And it's just, I was reading an article about entertainment on Zoom and Zoom fatigue this weekend in the Washington Post. It made me grateful that this community has been thriving and you're all showing up and being part of this time together, because I think this isn't quite entertainment. It's something feels a little deeper and more connected than what I would consider entertainment. So thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm Brad, the founder of Reimagine. And as you know, we're here to explore some of the hardest parts of life together, but also forge connections and really celebrate life in the midst of the hardest, most taboo things we face, including death, dying, grief, serious illness. But as you know, we've been here really creating a community filled with love and respect and understanding. So we're moving into halfway through July. We have July and August filled with festival events as part of Reimagine Life, Loss, and Love. And we would encourage you to submit your own events. We're trying to help people create events where they can interview people that they love, which is a really great format I recommend. I would love to see you each try that. Find somebody in your life that you want to interview. And that should be a fabulous Reimagine event. And we can help you with that if you have any questions. But would really encourage you to consider documenting something that becomes part of the legacy of you and the person that you care about, which we also record for you. So yes, I also want to let you know about some upcoming events. This Wednesday, we have Emily Wells coming up in the Art Responders event. The Art Responders series is honestly, if you haven't checked it out yet, I would say it's been really amazing. The people that have been on there, they're artists and creatives who have been using their self-expression to manifest and metabolize something beautiful out of what we've been all facing together. And the art that they're creating, in this case, Emily Wells is this multi-instrumentalist, visual musician. It's hard to explain, but she is just creates gorgeous music, and she has an incredible backstory, and would really recommend everyone tuning in on Wednesday. And then, of course, we're going to be back here next Monday. Dara, do you want to share about the dose on a week from today?
Sure. So we have two people from this group in New York called Sadhana, and they are the Coalition of Progressive Hindus and have participated in our New York festival. And they're actually going to be talking. They're going to, one of the first person is going to lead a ceremony, which I'm getting more details about, that's going to be like a meditation. And then one of the co founders of this organization is going to lead a brief activity to grieve gender based violence in our communities and kind of talking about how that has increased during the pandemic and how we can help survivors. I think it'll be a really special dose.
Yeah, I think, I think it's really great. I mean, Reimagine, we try to bring perspectives from all different backgrounds together so we can all convene and learn about one another. And so I think this is our first Hindu presenter in this cycle of events. So it'd be great to just learn about this ritual that this group is creating for us and participate in it. It sounds fantastic, Dara. Thank you. And of course, if there's a virtual memorial that you need planned or you're thinking about, we have some free resources at virtualmemorialguide.org. Yeah, my girlfriend's grandma at 85 years old just fell the other day and is now in a really serious condition, and seeing no one in her family can be there. And so we've been trying to help them think through what they can do, even though she was a totally healthy, active 85-year-old. It's been really challenging. So grateful that all this research went into the virtualmemorialguide.org to help the family start thinking about things. All right, thank you also to our sponsors and all of you for supporting this work. That's what's made this all possible, for these free events and low-cost events, these 500 plus events that you've all been a part of over the last couple months. Here she is again. Dara, thank you so much for what you've contributed to making this all possible, including the slide. As you know, you've all mostly figured it out. Your mics are going to be off until the end when we get into the breakouts, and you can please keep using the chat. And if you have any questions, type hello@letsreimagine.org and we can answer your questions via email or on this chat here. Now, I am very excited for today's guest. Kate Manser is an author, and she's the founder of You Might Die Tomorrow. You Might Die Tomorrow is a movement and brand with a mission to, I mean, honestly, it's so akin to what we believe. So this is why it's so exciting to have her here. It's a movement to help humanity embrace death as motivation to really live, which is what we're all doing together. So it started as a blog and a few stickers. It's now a community of thousands of vibrant humans around the world who live urgently, love openly, and yes, enjoy life. So I'm going to turn it over to Kate for what we're doing today. And just say, Kate, thank you so much. We've been working with the city of Austin, where Kate's from, to try to bring something to Austin specifically, because there's a lot of passionate folks in Austin who have been, including Garrick, by the way, who I know is on this call. Thank you for all your support and work, and excited to hear what you have up for us today.
Thank you so much, Brad. And thank you, Dara. I have been a passionate supporter of Reimagine for such a long time, and just really admire the ability that you guys have had to bring this vibrant community of humans online for these awesome experiences. And now I'm seeing all your beautiful faces just popped up for me. So hello to each and every one of you coming from all over the world. We've got Spain, Austin, Boston, Burlington, Vermont, Hoboken, New Jersey. And so as I'm talking today, I encourage everyone, all of you beautiful faces, to get comfortable. So today's experience for the Dose of Togetherness is a meditation, as you know. So we did this as one of a smaller breakout group for Reimagine about a month ago. And we had people lying in their beds with headphones on. So don't be shy, get comfortable. This meditation is best experienced in a cozy spot. And so as I talk and introduce, you can kind of readjust as you see fit for today. So I'll start by saying that being alive is so beautiful and also so hard, right? Like the joy we experience is all along with the pain that we experience. And as we have so many obligations in life, I call them dentist appointment obligations, right? Like unloading the dishwasher and actually scheduling dentist appointments alongside dealing with the really tough things in life. Like Brad was talking about, people getting sick, injured, wondering what to do in a crazy time that we're experiencing right now. It can be so hard to find perspective. But one of my favorite things is that perspective is a hell of a drug, because perspective can take a situation that seems so hard and so overwhelming and just sort of zap you out and allow you to see those little bits of light that can come in. And that's the purpose of today's meditation, is to, with all of our dentist appointment obligations and daily stresses and, big choices that we're faced with in life, these next 18 minutes for the meditation will be a chance for you to just kind of like elevate yourself out of the daily life and give yourself the profound perspective of looking at your life from being at the end of it. Because at the end of life, all of these dentist appointment obligations, our grudges against other people, our everyday worries, they don't really matter as much. And so I don't believe that we should have to wait until the end of our lives to be able to see that clear perspective that we get from being faced with our mortality. I think that we should be able to tap into that in our everyday life. And so this meditation that we'll do today, called the deathbed meditation, is a chance for you to step back, tap into the peace that's in your heart and soul, and get a glimpse into that perspective, that really rare and beautiful perspective that we get when we have a chance to rise above the daily worries and stresses. So get comfortable, and we'll go ahead and we'll just start by focusing on our breath. So take 3 deep breaths on your own time. Breathing in, coming into this moment, feeling your back on the couch or the bed or your seat, becoming aware of your senses. This is a chance to allow your eyes to gently flutter closed, to feel the breath in your chest. Just begin to center yourself in this moment now. And we'll bring our awareness to our breath now. Our breath is a source of our life. And we take a moment to imagine a door to our heart gently opening, a door to our soul gently opening, and a door in our mind opening and allowing the light and perspective to come in. As you sink back into meditation, you listen to my voice. Soften the muscles in your chest. Starting at the crown of your head, you can soften your temples, your jaw, your cheeks. Begin to feel a sense of peace emanating from your chest throughout your entire body as you let go of your tension, your worries about the past or the future and the external world. You can again take 3 focused breaths and then begin breathing naturally. Just be completely in this moment now. And as you breathe, you can feel the beginning, the middle, and the end of each breath. That beautiful cycle. And you recognize internally that everything has an end. Everything is fleeting. Internally, you can tell yourself, I am secure. I am strong. I have the answers inside of myself. All emotions you experience are valid and have a place. And we settle in for the deathbed meditation. Our last fleeting thought here is that when it is actually time to die, it will occur in an ordinary living moment, just like this one. And from the Buddha, I am of the nature to grow old. I am of the nature to sicken. I am of the nature to die. Settle back and clear a space in your mind's eye for a guided visualization. Focus on that point between the brows, open a space. Begin to let go of your present physical and emotional space. And in that blank space in your mind's eye, imagine yourself in a place of great comfort to you. Begin to conjure the scene. It might be a familiar home, a house on the beach, or a place in another dimension or one you've never been before. Pause here with your eyes closed and really conjure that space. Where are you? What do you see around you? Is it bright and light there or cozy and dim? What do you lie upon? How does the fabric feel or on your skin, the texture? Who, if anyone, do you sense to be there with you? Perhaps there's a companion animal present, curled up in bed next to you. Really be in that scene and know that wherever you are, you feel profoundly comfortable. Settle in a little bit deeper. And then begin to move your attention to yourself and your consciousness in this space. As you settle back, take a moment to acknowledge that this is your deathbed. This is the place where you will take your last breaths. You have been given the gift of spending your last moments in a comfortable and beautiful place. As you breathe in and out, with the knowing that you will die soon, you take an opportunity to look back over your life. This is a gift. There's nothing more for you to do but consider. You begin to look over your life. In the mind's eye, you think about where you have come from. Salient memories flicker through that visualization. You see faces of family, childhood friends. Memories come up of what you learned through childhood and as you became an adult. Faces, places, feelings. You observe with a detached awareness, as if along a timeline, you track through your life, eventually coming to the present moment in your life of this meditation. This is your moment to reflect on your present life with the perspective offered by being at the end of it. You have a knowing that in death, all extenuating circumstances disappear and only the truth is left in plain sight. There's no expectation, no pride, no fear of embarrassment or failure. It's just you and your life, and you look upon it with the wisdom of death. You think of your present relationships. You think of who was most important to you in your life at this time, who you truly loved. Faces may rise up in your mind's eye or grace your heart. Perhaps a small smile comes to your face as you feel that love emanating through your being. Mm. As you consider the relationships in your life now, you take a moment and consider who you forgave, which negative emotions towards someone you let go of, or perhaps which you may still be holding on to, or who you've kept a grudge against. From that beautiful position of your deathbed of detached and brilliant awareness, you objectively see how you spent your time and your energy in your life. You're able to observe your choices of how to allocate those precious resources of time and energy. You think of the things that you allocated those resources toward that you're proud to have created or done in your life. And you feel that pride welling up. You think of the people that you helped while you were alive, whose existence you made sweeter. As the feelings well up, you feel a comfort to sit with them from that detached observation, that clear perspective. And from this view, as you look over your experiences, you consider whether you enjoyed your life. As gut feelings come up, you let them set, you honor those gut feelings, that intuition, that deathbed perspective. You consider whether you prioritized your own happiness in this life. You consider whether you openly let your feelings flow or too often held them back. You begin to get this clear picture from this deathbed perspective of Who is the true you, the fullest expression of yourself? And you're able to look at that in the lens of how you had lived, and a gentle comparison is made. You can see whether in your life you took small daily actions to bring joy to your life, to care for your body, to hold space for your mind, and to allow your soul to shine. From your deathbed, you can see your inner light shining. And with that lens of comparison, gentle, sweet comparison, detached but knowing, you finally take a moment to consider, what would you have done if you were given the gift of more time? What did you tell yourself you couldn't do that you now see you could and should have done? What's the thing you most regret not having done in your life? Allow the feelings to well up, and you consider, who are the people in my life that I could have loved better or more vocally? And finally, which dreams or soul callings can you now see from this vivid perspective that you put off? As you reflect on your life with this vibrant sense of self, your soul vibrating with awareness, you observe what you feel in your gut from this perspective. As you consider the present moment of your life, do you feel nostalgia, satisfaction, remorse, gratitude, perhaps some regret? Observe those emotions and the visceral sensations you might be experiencing, not judging, just simply identifying. Remember, you're in a safe space to feel all of those perhaps joyous or uncomfortable feelings. Continue to breathe. Release your judgments. Allow those emotions to flow through the clear channel of your soul and your body. Sadness, joy, a desire to live differently. Let it flow. As you set back from this deathbed perspective, acknowledge the profound perspective you have at this moment and take note of it in your heart, your mind, and your soul. Come back to that visualization in your mind's eye. Wiggle your fingers slightly. Take another breath and allow yourself to come back to the present moment of you, the meditator. As you come back, you can keep your eyes closed or allow them to softly open. The feelings which arise in this deathbed meditation are your teachers. They are your life instruction manual, and in death, everything but the truth falls away. As you come back to your present awareness, you have this knowing we are here in this present moment together. All 39 of us alive. We possess great power and autonomy in each of our lives. Gently take one of your hands and place it over your heart. Breathe in. Feel your chest rising and falling. Feel the warmth of your body on your hand. Perhaps you even feel your heart beating. This is your aliveness. Feel that aliveness with your hand, the knowing that you do have more time. You do have more life. You have today in this moment. You do not have control over when, where, or how you die. But what you have control over is how you choose to live until that mystery moment comes. Imagine any fear or worry energy that you have within you transforming into motivation to act, an urgency to live while you're still alive. As we come back to the present moment, allow a small smile to creep onto your face as you gently touch your heart and feel that aliveness. Knowing that you will die, we all will die, but we can live our life so that we can die with peace. We create our legacy every single moment with every breath, action, and decision that we make. What matters to you? Listen to that gut reaction, that intuition, that tiny voice in the back of your head. There's no reason not to follow your heart. Live with urgency. Be unburdened with the future and the past. We have only now. Allow that smile to creep back onto your face. You are alive. Now go. Be alive. And coming back to the present moment. Thank you, everyone. Stretch out a little. And Brad will bring us into our breakout groups to just kind of talk through what your deathbed scene looked like. It's a really beautiful thing to share with others. And also what were some of the feelings that came up for you, or any flash realizations that you had? So Brad, you want to take us over there?
Sure. Thank you so much, Kate the Great. That was
You're so welcome.
that was fantastic. Definitely had a lot of really interesting imagery and honestly, music that came into my mind. So maybe I'll share that a little bit more later. But thank you. It was wonderful. And so with that, yes, we're about to move into our breakout rooms to reflect on this experience that we just shared together. And as you know, there's going to be a moderator, whoever is wearing the brightest shirt. That's why I'm wearing white today. So escaping duties. But I think most of you know how this works. If you have any questions along the way, you can email us at hello@letsreimagine.org. But someone in your group should know how this goes, and they can take the lead. But the main things are: keep the conversations confidential, share your story, and don't offer unsolicited advice or judgments. And you always have the right to pass. You can just sit and listen if you'd like. And finally, you can keep your responses to the questions to about 3 minutes, and one person answers both questions, and then the next person, and so on. And then if there's extra time, you can consider talking more. So what was Kate referring to? So of course you're going to share your name and location, but then Kate's questions are: what did your deathbed setting look like? You really put us in a visual space for us to reflect on, and what did that feel like and look like to you? And then finally, what was the prevailing sensation, feeling, or insight that you got from this meditation? So let's share what happened and more about our experiences. And Dara is going to push the magic mixing whisk button, and we'll be whisked off to far-reaching